This entire video is to answer the question of why me. Now, a lot of you understand, of course, what a funnel is. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for something that can take people from, I don't know you, to, hey, I just gave you some money, what's next? Right? And you need someone to be able to make that process as efficient as possible so that you can make money. That's what you're here for. That's why you're watching this video. And I'm not here to waste your time. You might learn some things too. Now, two standard funnels, of course, my methods, my strategies, and my experience is vast beyond just these two examples, but I want to make it simple. So we're going to go over lead magnet and a book a call funnel. Now, first off, you have your click-through rate. This is both on the ads. When you have the people click your ad, there's a certain percentage. You want to have at least a 1% click-through rate. But then after that, what you're tracking is the opt-in rate. How many people give you their name, phone number, and email and who are interested enough to give you that information. Then from there, this is where we split off. On the lead magnet funnel side, you see how many people take the upsell after they have either got the book for free or have paid for the book for whatever amount of money. And then you have downsell, take rate, and then email revenue recovery. And this can get a little bit deeper depending on the type of funnel you're running for a lead magnet. Now let's talk about a book a call funnel, right? So the idea here is you have the amount of people who schedule, so your leads, right? This is mostly dictated by the speed to lead rate, but we might talk about that a little bit later, right? Then the next thing, show up rate and close rate. But what am I mentioning this all for? This is the funnel, and this is what makes this so important. Let's say, for instance, you have 1,000 clicks. You convert that at a 30% opt-in rate, which is 300 leads. Then from there, you have a 33% scheduling rate, which is 90 schedules. Then you have a 60% show up rate, which is a industry standard. Then from there, you have a 20% close rate. Okay, cool. So these are all numbers to where if you can hit these at a certain amount, and of course make sure your average order value is high, and of course your LTV is high, well, your LTGP is high. But the most important thing about a funnel like this is understanding the variables that make a difference in each one of these KPIs. So meaning, if you don't understand how to change your opt-in rate from say 18% or 5% to 30%, this funnel is broken and you might not be profitable. So what you really need is someone who knows how to move every single one of these levers and who knows how to scientifically tamper with every one of the variables to make your funnel successful. So knowing what makes the difference between an opt-in rate, right? Just with this, ads, headlines, creative, all of these things, these variables, but not only that, how to optimize those, right? How can you make your hook better for your creative? How can you be calling out your audience a little bit better and speak to their pains more? What part of the process are they in? Are they more in buying mode? Are you going more towards warm traffic that are ready to buy? Or is this a completely cold market campaign? Understanding these variables and the differences is very important. But most importantly, understanding the psychological biases within your customer avatar that will allow enough motivation to move to the next stage. Meaning, okay, they already gave you their name, phone number, and email. What's the next thing that's going to get them to schedule? And if you're in a different vertical, don't worry, because this works for every niche, every type of campaign, whatever funnel you have going on. As long as you can map out your funnel, okay, we need this, we need our average order value, blah, blah, blah. That is all possible and it works the same way. Now, these, of course, are the variables. Of course, this is more surface level. There's deeper things and ways you're supposed to scientifically test. Now, scientifically testing goes like this, right? I believe in systems theory, and I believe in order to improve a system, you must scientifically test, meaning you only change one thing at a time. If you change multiple things, you don't know what made the difference. So you change one thing at a time, which makes testing slow, but it works. So that's why I believe sensitive dependency on initial conditions is so important, because if you're able to build everything out as optimal as possible before you even turn on your ads, you might start off without having to test and prove. You might start off with a 25% opt-in rate and a 27% scheduling rate and a 50% show up rate and this, that, and the third based off of you setting up everything properly the first time. If you already have a system and you've already launched things, now all you can truly do, unless your results are completely trash, are to scientifically test your way to good analytics, hitting KPI. But if your system right now is so terrible and you're not hitting any of those, sometimes you can just throw that out and okay, we're gonna build it right the first time, then launch again. Now, this is very sensitive to biases, right? You have to understand your customer avatar, and that's what we do, right? We want to listen to you, learn more about your customer avatar, learn about everything a part of the process. We're not just going to be behind the screen clicking numbers and this, that, and the third. I want to actually help you make money, right? So if I understand how we can improve your opt-in rate, I'm not just going to be, hey, just going to make some tweaks on the ads here. No, what happens after the ads? That's why it's deeper than ads. You need a full stack understanding of funnels, automations, notifications, and nurturing sequences. But also on the other side of the marketing, you need to understand hooks, headlines, offers, call to action strategy, scripting, copyright, all of these different things to make sure all of this works. And that's what I have. And that's how I'm able to help you. So just understanding certain psychological biases like anchoring, scarcity, authority, social proof, like and loving tendency, different things like that, which are things that kind of shape how people move, right? And now you might be getting a little interested or a little bit bored, but I want to kind of move more into the proof that I'm able to do this for you. I kind of explained it a little bit, but this is just a little bit of what I've put into documents of studying. So if you want, you can get one of these links and just check it out if you want to. But let's say just copywriting, right? Let's go to copywriting specifically. So I'm going to copy this and go to another tab, and then you'll be able to quickly see what I have on there. So this is for every one of these variables. So every variable in the funnel, I have studied deeply, built funnels successfully doing these things. So it's very simple why you should pick me. I'm not just some guy overseas who knows how to click a few buttons on Facebook ads, which is the easier part. I understand full circle how to make you money. And if I can come in and help you make you more money, it's a no-brainer. So if that sounds good, let's work together. If you're seeing this because I applied for your job, great. Accept my proposal. Let's work. Let's talk a little bit more about how I can start and help you out. But on the other end, if you're just seeing this, you see my profile, invite me to a job and let's get started. God bless. Bye-bye.